Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Console Gaming League. This is the NA Tier 6 Grand Finals, and this is indeed a who's who of console Overwatch. This is going to be a barn burner of a series, and I'm here with two tryhard Ray. Ray, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. If you celebrate that, we're going to welcome in the weekend with this terrific Tier 6 Grand Finals to start opening up just the slew of playoff and finals games you should have coming up.
Big names on both.
Diva with a Tracer. So they're going to hope the Tracer can, looks like they're swapping that to Cassidy. So they're hoping the stun can come and clutch here over the freeze from Scoldy on the May.
Well, they're going to be starting things off, and it looks like Gorillas have taken this first point to start off on this thing. As oh my goodness, this aggression coming out from Gorillas is massive. Spark trying to keep everyone alive as Scoldy is the first pick takes this first pick in the grand finals. Taking down Slat on the Cassidy is huge. Etna also very supercharged on the Symmetra beam. This should be enough for the side of Gorillas to finally win this out, and it looks like they have. They just need to capture this. Ooh, as a nice pick coming in from Ryan Guy onto Vinny off the side of the map.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do on this style of composition with that the Gorillas are playing. You want to get up in their faces, you want to get the May to get some freezes off, and that's exactly what they did. They picked off the Cassidy, and now Flying Gorillas gets the early advantage in this point.
Yeah, it's going to be great to see. Harvey does have this Amp Matrix to start things off here, and they're going to be using it early on, but it's Etna taking down Slat early on, and a nice fire strike coming through from Spark Chief as well. This should be another easy team fight win for Gorillas, as Etna is getting a lot of damage done, and the side of Blue Team are making some swaps.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to swap. It's going to be really tough to push that white room with just the comp they're running, because you have Sigma who can just spam down, you have May who can Icicle Spear, you have Baptiste who can shoot down, and then you just get the Symmetra. Yeah, exactly. They're going to go to a Pharah here because they don't have a hit scan to deal with Pharah. Very smart swap here by Blue Team.
Definitely indeed look for a lot. They're going to start this engagement with the Blizzard indeed to start things off. Nice wall coming through to try to stop them, the damage coming through, but it's going to be enough. Ryan Guy take down SJP, and the rest of Blue Team have to go back to spawn to regroup and re-engage.
Yeah, for sure. And they're already swapping to a Doomfist here, so they're really looking to just displace, and as I say that, they go back to Cassidy. So really, they're going to have to hope that Slate here on the, or Slotty on the Pharah here can get some nice off angles and just milk the backline of Flying Gorillas.
Ricky is going to start things off with a nice flux here. Both sound barriers have been invested, but it's Spark yet again getting that first pick in this fight onto that counterpart main tank of Woods Shatter. Harvey does take down Etna, but it's not going to be enough. There's just so much damage coming through from the side of Flying Gorillas, and that's going to be the first round of Lijiang Tower taken very, very dominantly.
Yeah, I mean, that was incredible there from Flying Gorillas. I did not expect the Ryan Sig comp. I'm not sure if Blue Team expected it either. It kind of threw them off, and just the amount of damage they have between Ryan swinging in your face, May freezing people, getting your Symmetra charge up, and you have rocks and spheres you have to deal with from Sigma. It was just too much for Blue Team to handle. Nice composition there from the Flying Gorillas.
Well, and now we're heading into night market here, Ray, and not any swaps coming through from the side of Blue Team, except for that DPS lineup change, or the support lineup changing. Oh, well, just as I say that, a full sale change coming through for Blue Team.
Yeah, it looks like Blue Team's going to go into the Ball Sig composition. It's more of a pick style comp, and they're running with Pharah Soldier here, so they need to be patient and try and find the picks they need in order to take the advantage in the fights.
Yeah, well, this Symmetra strategy has gotten the side of Gorillas on the point already to start things off. It's going to be really difficult for the side of Blue Team to push in. Just as I say that, Sparks down thanks to a nice rocket from Slat, and that should be enough for this fight to open up for the side of Blue Team. There's no more main tank any longer for this composition that Gorillas is running. SJP takes down Ricky in the backline, another one coming out from the Soldier 76, and a nice fight win coming in from Blue Team after a shaky start.
Yeah, they did exactly what they needed to do. You get patient with these pick comps. They waited for their Pharah to pick the Reinhardt, and as soon as you have the advantage, you all go in there full guns blaze. It's exactly what they did, playing this composition to a T. Nicely done, blue team.
Definitely, as we're going to be pushing through here, waiting for some changes. Oh, and speaking of changes, Scoldy and Etna now on Tracer and Cassidy, respectively, trying to force out Slat because, well, they've almost got Barrage here as SJP takes down Q already. It's a huge pick. The main source of healing gone for the side of Gorillas, but it's not going to matter. It's Spark Chief going to be getting the picks off. The necessary in the end for the side of Gorillas to retake this point very quickly.
Wow, that was nicely done there by the Gorillas. I thought it was over when they lost their Baptiste, but they did exactly what you want to do. Even if you lose someone, you need to keep pushing, because you need to die fast if not. But they were able to get their Cassidy to get 2, their Tracer got 2, so they got aggressive when they needed to, and it worked out in their favor.
And speaking of working in their favor, they have that sound barrier. They didn't use it, however, for that barrage that was going to be coming through. But all these ultimates coming out from blue team are enough. They used almost every single one, however, just to win one fight to get it back into their favor, which is an interesting decision nonetheless, because they only have this Flux and Transcendence going into this next fight.
Yeah, but you have to keep in mind the Gorillas have been kind of struggling with the ult economy because the swaps they had to do, plus Reinhardt doesn't get much ult charge going against this ball sig kind of composition. So now they're just coming up on their ultimates. So blue team needed to strike while the iron was hot.
Definitely. Now they're going to be pushing in here. It's going to be very difficult for the side of blue team to keep this point unlocked. The Gravitic Flux from Vinny is going to get a lot of damage, and Ricky is demat. That's massive damage mitigation gone for the side of Gorillas. The Transcendence there as well should win this out. Scully does take down Harvey, however, but it's not going to be enough. There's so much damage left on the point for blue team. It looks like we could be seeing a 1-1 draw going into map point 3 here.
Yeah, they're going to come and get one last touch probably here on the ball or the Diva. Yeah, it looks like the ball's going to get the touch here. It's going to get melted immediately from that Discord orb.
Yeah, and that's not going to be... Ooh, Atna does take down Slat. That's huge. That could be enough for the side of Gorillas to come back in, get picks they need. They're looking to take out this the Zenyatta, which is a very big and crucial target to take down, but it's not going to be enough. It's all red in this kill feed right now as Harvey is getting unleashed in the backline with that Zenyatta Discord orb as Vic gets that final blow onto Q as blue team tie up the map 1-1 going into control center.
Yeah, things were looking a little interesting there once they got the Pharah, but Worth came in with a really big mines there for the Hammond, and he just knocked some people into the mines and got the kills, and just nicely timed ultimate there for Worth.
Definitely, indeed. And now we're heading into the very well, not the control-based map, the brawl-based map of Control Center, and we're seeing mirroring Doomfist right now, Ray.
Yeah, love to see it. Can't wait to see how these Doomfists duel each other. The major difference here is blue team's electing to go with the Sim, and Flying Gorillas is going to go with the Cassidy here. So they're probably expecting a Doomfist and going to have a Cassidy in the backline to stun him.
Interesting enough, they really just get together at the same exact time, but Spark Chief's already down in this fight as blue team are just unleashing so much damage on to the rest of Gorillas there. It's an easy fight win. Easy fight win comes through.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Scoldy there on the Doomfist get charged in, but then the Slotty on the other Doomfist was able to actually punch him, and then Sim got all the space she needed to get her beam up and just melted down Spark Chief on the Reinhardt.
As they're going to be going through yet again, trying to get this start things off. A nice flashbang coming in from Etna is there, but it's still looking like a big shatter coming from Worth there on to the rest of Gorillas. Ricky only one going to be able to take out someone in the end as another team fight win coming in from blue team as Harvey getting 3 at the light there.
Yeah, that was a big shatter that they popped the window, and immediately when they popped the window, they went for the shatter, got it, and they just cleaned up after that. That's why it's a classic combination window shatter. You see why there.
Yeah, as they head into this yet again here, looking to get something doing. A nice gravitic flux coming out from Ricky there as Slat is down to begin this fight. 2 for 1 looks good for Gorillas, but just as I say that, Q's down, SJP getting unleashed with the Symmetra as well. It's now in favor of blue team. They need these picks if you are flying Gorillas, but no, it's not going to happen as Gorillas lose this fight yet again. It's up to 70% almost.
Yeah, it's not looking good here for flying Gorillas. They just every time it seems like they have a good switch or a good play, SJP Sir James Parker comes in on the Symmetra just fully charged up and just melts a couple people, and it just kills all the momentum that flying Gorillas build up.
Yeah, as Slat with a nice drive coming in. Vinny with a 2K self-destruct. That should bode the end of this map in favor of blue team. They do get a quick team fight, but it's going to be very difficult for anyone to touch. Ricky goes down late, and no one's, as Ryan Guy tries to touch in the end, but no, nothing happens as it looks like the map is over. Things are...
I think I got DC'd. Yep.
Oh.
Back to casters.
Well, we DC'd, but I believe the map was won in the end for blue team. It was normally in the top 10 for most known for those the Reinhardt-based compositions. It's not very odd to see them opting for it. It's going to be really interesting to see how they run into this double shield composition, though.
Yeah, they're definitely going to want to teleport right into the face of this double shield and not give them any kind of space, because double shield just thrives on space.
Yeah, as, Vinny's taking down Etna already, and that's a huge pick indeed. That's a lot of tick damage gone, and that's a very quick team fight coming in from blue team, just taking that space away from flying Gorillas, and just pretty much a steamroll on first point.
Yeah, I don't think flying Gorillas was ready and expecting that Symmetra teleporter. They were on the high ground, and by the time the teleporter was down and they all teleported through, just the Orisa completely got cut off from the team, and the Ashe got picked. It just completely threw them off as they're already going to the Baldiva Farracomp here.
Yeah, and now we get to see Spark Chief's Wrecking Ball coming out as well. Scoldy, very well known for this far, as we see Tim take down Slat early on. That is going to be a big pick. They're going to be able to hold on for this time being while they wait for Slat to respawn.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Sir James Parker here on the Symmetra is doing a really good job at trying to track Spark Chief on the Wrecking Ball there. Got him really low there. He had to roll out, so doing a nice job already.
Ryan Guy is down, but Scoldy does take down Slat yet again. But Q is down, and that's going to be very difficult. No more supports on the board for Gorillas, and it's going to be very difficult for them to push back, as they're just going to be raining damage with Scoldy from far away while they wait for the respawns to come back.
Yeah, for sure. You got to really hope here that Scoldy can get a nice pick here on the Pharah and just really help you stabilize there for flying Gorillas. You haven't really been able to stabilize at all. You just been this constant flux of just a constant fight, pretty much. There hasn't been much in between.
Oh, this should be a nice little fight. Vinny's super low here, but it's going to be Slat taking down Etna yet again. Another nice team fight coming in from blue team. A lot of ultimates being used by them, however, but it does seem like we're going to be seeing a swap from Gorillas as well. Not just Etna swap. I guess.
Yeah, it looks like just Etna is gonna go to the Tracer here. Blue teams, I mean, nothing to swap here. They've been dominating. All they have is Pulse Bomb. However, they did have to use a lot of ultimates to get that. But you know, sometimes to secure, especially that second point there, where the spawn advantage is so great for the defense, I'm okay spending that kind of ult economy.
Definitely. As they're gonna be looking. Ooh, Ryan Guy's super low right now and is gonna be taken down by Slat. That is another massive pick coming in from the DPS line of blue team. But Scoldy has taken down Chrissy. That could be the beginning of what they need to get this hold underway. But they need another pick, but it's not going to be the pick that they wanted. Worth takes down Q. Worth again with another pick, taking down Spark Chief in this fight. It's not looking good for the side of Flying Gorillas so far. Spark's going to be using this minefield on point, trying to get this cart stopped. It's been such a quick progress for the side of blue team so far. Spark Chief's minefield does take down Chrissy, which is a big pick in the end, but they still need to take care of the rest of this squad of blue team because SJP is getting so much damage done on this Symmetra. Yet again, they need to take out that Symmetra, and they need to take them out quickly, or they're going to be in a very bad place going into their attacking phase. Q does take down Worth, but it's not going to matter as the 4-minute time bank has been sealed by blue team.
Yeah, that was just incredible. Sir James Parker is absolutely destroying Flying Gorillas here on this Symmetra. Feels like he's always picking two every single fight. He's just putting incredible amounts of work. It just feels like a lot of the time Q is just a sitting duck in this Ball Diva comp. They're not peeling enough for him. I just see Symmetra getting up in his face on the Ana and just melting him.
Yeah, it's they need to do something about this Symmetra, and they need to do something about it fast. Because if they do not, this is going to be a very easy 4-0 for the side of blue team. And I don't want to mince my words at all. They need to take down Parker, and they need to take him down quickly.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because at the core, the Ball Diva comp counters Rush, but blue team is just playing it so perfectly, and Flying Gorillas aren't playing this Ball Diva comp perfectly. It's just allowing blue team to take them out even though they're running the counter comp to them.
Yeah, and now we're going to be seeing the Ball Diva comp coming out yet again from Gorillas. They need to get something to do here as Etna and Scoldy are going to be swapping places here. Farah for Etna and Scoldy on the Tracer now.
Yeah, for sure. And looks like blue team's going to stick to just be blue and true to their blue team rush style composition. Has been working for them, so they have no reason to swap.
Definitely not. Yeah, I mean, what's broke, don't fix it, as they say. What's not broke, don't fix it. That's or whatever it is. I'm mincing my words, but they're going to be starting things off. Etna's got a lot of damage going through, but it's not going to matter. Spark Chief's already down in this fight early on. That cannot happen if you are that linchpin of this this Wrecking Ball composition. Getting those disruptions with the Wrecking Ball is huge. You need it.
Yeah, for sure. I do feel like in these fights, a lot of the time, Spark Chief does die pretty early, but I get it. You're the dive tank, but you're also the most mobile as the Wrecking Ball. So I'm a little shocked that he dies so quickly in these fights.
Yeah, and it's just another easy team fight win for the side of blue team. They get these picks necessary from this DPS. It doesn't really matter. It's not even just the DPS getting these crucial picks in these fights. It's Vinny or it's Worth. It doesn't matter. It's not just the DPS doing all this work.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to sound hyperbolic or harsher. This has just been a big team difference so far for blue team.
Definitely, as a Spark Chief trying to deal with Slat in the back line, you need to be able to get this disruption onto the support line, specifically because Harvey's just been pumping a lot of damage, and that could be what they need right there. Slat is down as they now have the ability to go in, try to dive Harvey, and they take him down to start this off. That is big. Q is down, however, but a nice pulse bomb coming in from Scoldy, taking down Chrissy, and SJP should be enough for the side of Flying Girls to open this point up into their favor. But still, there's still people left on point. Slat and Vinny are still there. They need to take them down, and they need them to take them down quickly. But just as I say that, 2 picks go in the favor of team. This could be enough for the side of blue team to hold on to it, and it's looking like that's what's going to happen.
Wow, That was incredible there from Blue Team. I did not think that was going to go in their favor, and they just keep the right people alive for a good amount of time, and it just works out as I say that. 2 from the barrage of Etna.
Yeah, this is going to hopefully be the opening that the side of Gorillas have been looking for all map long. It does seem to be the case. Ricky getting that last kill onto Vinny, as we're seeing a swap coming through for the side of Blue Team as the bar ticks up and Gorillas capture point 1.
Yeah, looks like they've decided they've had enough of this Pharah here on Flying Gorillas, and they're going to put Sir James Parker on the Soldier.
Yeah, interesting decision as well, since Etna is no longer on that Pharah any longer to start to go through the streets phase of Blizzard World here, as we're seeing Scoldy, but it does not matter. Slat going to be taking down Etna, and that is going to be just the fight over and done with, as the rest of Gorillas are going to be pushed back to spawn for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, incredible work there from Slat. He's just getting into the back lines and just doing all the damage he's doing on the Tracer. And they have not been able to check him for the most part here from Flying Gorillas.
Yeah, it's very, very, it's not looking good right now for this side of Gorillas. Ricky is going to be using the self-destruct through. Going to be not getting anyone, but Etna does take down Slat, but Scoldy's down in response. Both Tracers are no longer on the playing field. The res is there from Ryan Guy, going to be getting Scoldy back in this fight. Should be enough as a nice anti-nade onto Worth is there, but the support, but just as I say that, Worth is taken down, but it's not going to matter. His SJP's on this Soldier 76 taking 2 of his own, and that should be enough for them to win this out, as it's still not, this cart's not making any progress here, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're just not able to get pushed through here. I mean, it is really tough to do here on Baldiva because you don't have, much presence on cart to be able to push it. And out comes the visor window here. Very powerful combination.
Yeah, the Nano's also been used from the side of Gorillas to not get any value coming through onto Spark Chief there, looking to build up to mines quickly. Ricky does take down Vinny, which could be huge in the end. A lot of damage mitigation gone for the side of Blue Team, and now they're all in this tiny room. Spark Chief does have this minefield up and ready, but Scoldy is taken down by Slat. That is enough for a little bit of a time waster for the side of Blue Team to get everyone back together and keep winning this fight out in the end, because Ricky is going to get demeched there. No, he does not in the end. It's still not, this cart's still not being pushed here, right? And that is the biggest thing to say, as the minefields are out on point now from Spark Chief, trying to separate people, but nothing's really doing. Scoldy does take down Harvey, but it's again traded out by the rest of Blue Team. After losing their player, they get someone back in response, as the self-destruct not going to find anything from Ricky. It's still looking very good for the side of Blue Team here. Ricky does take down SJP. That's the big pick that you need if you were the side of Gorillas to win this out. They just need to get a couple of last picks, and they might be able to get this cart progress going.
Yeah, they wouldn't be in such a deep hole if they were pushing the cart in the previous fight. They didn't push the cart at all when they were in a winning fight there. We're going to see if they're going to come in and get any last second touches here. They are. Out comes the window and the self-destruct.
Yeah, but it's going to be the TAC Visor Amp Matrix coming out. Ooh, a nice eat coming in from Ricky onto the Pulse Bomb, but it does not matter. Etna is down yet again by the gun of SJP. Slat taking that Tracer duel yet again onto Scoldy. Slat with 2. That's going to be all she wrote for this map. It seems like it's just Ricky left on point, and it's everyone throwing everything at him, as that is another nice win for Blue Team.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, dominating effort there from Blue Team. They got all 3 points with 4 minutes on the clock, and then they second point hold Flying Gorillas here. I mean, just very impressive work here from Blue Team.
Yeah, definitely. And like you were saying earlier on, it hasn't been one person outperforming everyone else. It's been just that team diff, like you said. We've player As yeah, we're just gonna be seeing this brawl mirror coming out from Flying Gorillas now.
Yeah, looks like again, looks like they just decided we're gonna mirror this rush comp and we're gonna do it better than you at this point. So let's see if they can do that.
As they come in here, as SJP trying to get some damage done. They do take down SJP, but it's a trade for Spark Chief, which is not the trade you're looking for. The Reinhardt, so important in this composition that Gorillas is running right now.
Yeah, it's incredibly important. Yeah, so you immediately just got to back off and hopefully get him back, but it's going to be tough here for Flying Gorillas.
Yeah, as they push in, Worth looking to get some damage done, but it's going to be Slat taking out Vivendo. Ryan Guy does take down their counterpart in Chrissy, but still, there's just going to be so much damage coming out from the blue team composition that it's going to be so hard for Gorillas to even stay on point as SJP and Slat just pumping in the damage.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, that was not a good trade there. SJP gets back faster, and Sparky just has so much more distance to cover, and we could be looking at a snowball here with Window coming up.
Definitely, as it's looking good. Ooh, Slat does taken down, so that is a lot of frontline damage gone for blue team, as it's going to be very difficult to push without that. Without the Reaper any longer, and now they're on the back foot looking to get as Spark is trying to focus out Worth immediately. The Shatter going to be used early on from Worth as well, not going to get any value, as well as SJP using this the Photon Barrier. It's got to be some swaps coming in from blue team.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm really surprised that they committed ults like that into a fight where they lost Slat at the beginning. But like you said, they might be, doing some kind of composition switches here. But I'm not seeing any, so I'm not sure what those ultimates were for there.
I don't know, indeed, maybe blue team's doing a little bit of trolling, but 6 ultimates on the board for Flying Gorillas here, Ray.
Flying Gorillas, they got they have everything, 6-pack, and blue team's just looking at Window and Bomb and Death Blossom, and yeah, they have 4 themselves, so Flying Gorillas just need to take advantage of the 2 extra ults they have here.
And they are going to start this off. It's Spark Chief getting the picks they need to win this fight out in the end. Just getting these last couple of people as they try to get some straggling kills onto the rest of blue team, who's retreating back to spawn.
Yeah, you want to talk about ult rotation. They only needed 1 ultimate to win that fight there. They still have 5 to work with. So they just need to keep rotating these ults correctly, and they should be good to go. They're looking at a really good spot to continue to hold on the defense.
Yes, indeed. SGP swapping over to the Doomfist now. 1 pick potential, so imperative with that. It's a nice rotation coming in onto the rest of blue team there. The Blizzard being invested, taking down Slat as well as the mech of Vinny should be enough, and they're going to be able to not going to be straggling out the Diva in the end, but still enough picks going in for the favor of Flying Gorillas. Worth did get a pick on some late picks as well, but Vivendo with 2 in the end, getting those last 2 kills is going to get them a little bit of more time off the clock.
Yeah, they did drag out pretty much all the ultimates from Gorillas. Now they're back to where they just have Wall for the next fight, while blue team's coming in with a Shatter, a Bomb, and a Windows. So just those 3 ultimates alone, if you combine them correctly, could just completely wipe a team.
Definitely, as they're going to start this engage off. Doom looking to get a pick on to the squishies of Flying Gorillas. But it's going to be Slat going down first. Just as I said, SJP doing his job in the backline, taking down Etna on the Symmetra. Spark Chief's down as well, but still, it's looking good for the side of Flying Gorillas. Vivendo down, however, to Vinny on this Diva. But he's going to get frozen up and taken down as the self-destruct is used to get back into mech, as another nice team fight win comes through from Flying Gorillas.
Yeah, I mean, again, these respawns are just going to be in such a favor for Flying Gorillas that at this point you're going to just need a full team wipe to get all 3 ticks here if you're blue team, and that's going to be tough to do. They are running, Doomfist, Sir James Paul, get in the back line to get some picks here.
Yeah, but it's not going to matter. The Blizzard going to be used early on and taking down people. It does not even matter that Ricky does get demeched in the end, gets back into that mech very quickly as Gorilla's still holding strong on this defense. It's under 2 minutes now.
Yeah, and this has been an incredible defense here from the Gorillas. They've been, in general, rotating their ult very well. They're coming back up on almost 5 ults here, 4. But yeah, they got the bomb, they got the beat drop, and they're coming up on Shatter and Wall again. And blue team going back to the Symmetra, and they got Slat on the Doomfist now.
Yeah, interesting decision. They're going to be able to teleport up to this little high ground. The self-destruct coming through from Ricky. Not going to find anyone, but the sound barrier is there just to top everyone off as Ryan Guy taking down Harvey. Again, that's so huge. That is one of Ryan Guy's X factors, being able to take things into his own hands, taking out the other support of blue team and winning them that fight off the back of it.
Yeah, I mean, again, the Brig going down first is not what you want in that fight. Brig has, as long as you're continuing to proc, inspire, and swing, you're the main bulk of heals for the team there, and you get rid of that, and it's just going to be good night there for that fight as we have to move on to the next one already.
Yeah, as they're going to be pushing through this right now. They need to get something doing. It's down to 35 seconds. They only have Shatter self-destruct as the wall is going to be out from Etna, but it's going to be Slat taking them down. The trade is there, however, and the Blizzard now being invested, splitting the rest of the squads off as it's looking good for the side of Gorillas. The wall coming out now from SJP there, and a Shatter in the face of the rest of the blue team is there. Smart Chief asserting his dominance now on this main tank role. It's down to 5 seconds. It doesn't look like anyone is going to be able to touch for the side of blue team. Just as I said that, it's going to be Chrissy touching that point, but is going to be burned down immediately. No one looking like they can touch again, as a nice hold on second point is there from Flying Gorillas, and now they're in a good position to bring a map back in the series.
Yeah, that was incredible there from from the Flying Gorillas. That was like a 5-minute hold. Incredible. And you wonder why people don't like Assault. It's just crazy defense favored on those second points. But, not to take anything from Gorillas, they were impressive. Like I said, their ult rotation was incredible. They got aggressive when they needed to be. They got defensive when they needed to be. Just nice team play there from the Gorillas.
Yeah, definitely. As Worth in the chat saying Temple is fun. Yeah, of course it is. Every 2CP map is fun. But now we're heading into the attacking phase of Flying Gorillas, and it's looking like we're not going to be seeing any swaps from them. However, blue team is looking to be running a dive comp of their own now.
Yeah, they're going to go with the Winston Diva style of dive here instead of the Bald Diva, and they're going to go with the Genji Pharah. Very interesting here. I'd be very curious to see how well this is going to work, because they're really looking to counter dive at this point, because you just need to basically dive the backlines of the rush while they're trying to rush in. But it's going to be tough, especially with a May going to be in the Winston's face here for Flying Gorillas.
Well, we'll see how this works out in their favor. We haven't really seen Worth play anything other than the Reinhardt so far. We'll see how his Winston lives up to that the Reinhardt of Legend of Worth. Shatter here is a nice teleporter going to get them onto the point to start things off. Worth diving in, but a nice anti-nade coming in from Harvey just won them that fight. Oh my goodness, that was a massive anti-nade onto the Flying Gorillas, and now they're just stuck in between a rock and a hard place in the spawn, as they need to die, and they need to die quickly unless they get these picks. They do take down Worth, but Vivendo's down, and that should be all they need for this fight to be over and done for blue team.
Yeah, I mean, that was very impressive there from the dive there. Blue team. I wasn't sure how it was going to work, especially with the Flying Gorillas playing the May, but it was very impressive there. They're keeping their Winston up very well. Shout out to Vinny for the defense matrix and keeping him alive. And then SJP on the Pharah just unloading so much damage onto this rush.
Now they are going to have to push through this yet again. a lot of ultimates coming online from blue team, but they're going to take down SJP immediately in the barrage. Nice plays coming through from Ricky on the Diva, looking to take down the Mercy as well of Chrissy, but is not going to get it in the end, as Slat's going to be nanoed and, nanoed and Mercy pocketed on this blade, looking to get picks, but nothing happens from it, as Spark Chief takes down Slat immediately before anyone can go down to that damage of that Dragon Blade. But it's still looking good for blue team. Worth using that Primal Rage to keep people away. As a nice charge coming through, trying to take out Worth. Not going to happen. Vinny is going to be taking out Spark Chief, and the res is there on SJP, as nothing is still happening for this Flying Gorillas squad.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting picks, but they're not getting enough to where they can take an advantage in these fights, and blue team just keeps getting their spawns back. As I say that, they get SJP, and Mercy already used the res on SJP. Looking good here.
Definitely. And they have this Blizzard to engage with. It's going to be very hard for them to stay on this point when Blizzard is going to be used. Look for Vinny to eat that ultimate. That could be huge. No, they're going to use it on away from point and take down Worth immediately. The self-destruct comes through from Vinny, but it's not going to find any value as the side of Gorillas look to finally capture this. Is a nice headshot coming in from Scoldy onto SJP as they finally unlock point 1 and now look to win this map.
Yeah, that's got to be just a big exhale there from Flying Gorillas, because at this point, worst case, this map is a draw. Best case, you get the victory and start getting some momentum here in your favor. As I mean, look at the ultimates they have. They got High Noon, they got Shatter, and they got Bomb. And they can really just play for Blizzard here if they really want to. All they need is a single tick.
Yeah, as the Deadeye is coming out from Etna, looking to get someone looking for it. Support as well, that's huge! Etna with the Deadeye of the series, they needed that, as this should be all they wrote in the and it's just these respawns coming through for the rest of blue team as the self-destruct is on point, as Gorillas take Temple of Anubis and try, as they will, they get that one map that they needed to win in this series.
As we said coming to this map, this was a must-win for the Gorillas, and they played like it, as we get this play of the game from Spark Chief on the Reinhardt.
Yeah, this is the in-the-face shatter coming through from Spark Chief. What a play. What a play indeed, winning them the map.
I mean, as the saying goes, as you said earlier, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's exactly what Flying Gorillas is going to do here. Let's see if they can make it work. It's not like they have a Pharah they had to deal with in the skies. They don't need a hit scan to have to deal with her.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting indeed now, as the side of Gorillas looking to get a nice attack to start things off. They're already pushing the rest of blue team back with Ricky on that Diva, but they're waiting for that engage to come through. A nice slam from Worth, but is chunked down to half HP thanks to those slowing turrets on the point from Etna on the Symmetra. Ooh, Slat, it's chunked down immediately. A full-faced Symmetra orb, and then a icicle to the head takes down the Tracer of blue team, as it should be enough for them to hold. They have to wait for a little bit for that Tracer to come back, but no, they're just going to engage quickly on. Worth trying to get some damage going through with these slams, these these pass-throughs. But it's still looking good for the side of Flying Gorillas. They have not lost anyone yet, but if they do, this could bode very poorly for them. As just as I said, that Ryan guy is down now. SJP with a nice play, as well as both support our DPS ultimates being used by blue team to get this point back into their favor.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that really came down to getting the first key pick there, and then they, used their ultimates and applied even more pressure. Flying Gorillas are coming up on their DPS ultimate, so it could be looking good for them to get this point here. They just need one team fight win here to get the point.
And they got a lot of ultimates to use as well to go into this. A nice little teleporter coming through as Spark Chief takes down Harvey. The minefields are out from Worth to do something, try to keep these this point into the favor of blue team. The self-destruct out as well, but still nothing really going down as Vinny takes down Vabendo. Both Baps are gone from this fight as the Blizzard's going to be used to get a lot of picks into the favor, hopefully, of Flying Gorillas as they do take down Chrissy and the mech of Vinny. This should be enough for them to win this out yet again. The Amp Matrix, however, going to be used from Harvey as they come back from spawn, but it's still looking like it's going to be enough for the side of Flying Gorillas in the end to win this out. SJP's back, does take down Vabendo, but still, it's looking good for Gorillas. They need to keep getting these picks into their favor. A lot of damage coming out from Etna on this Symmetra is what they need. They do get a touch, does worth in the end, but still, it's going to be very difficult for this squad of blue team to win this out. Just as I say that, SJP with attack visor taking down Ricky. The sound barrier is there and goes down in the end, but that was enough for the side of blue team to come back, get these picks necessary, and hold on to the defense, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, incredible effort there from blue team. I thought for sure they were going to get the point as we see Flying Gorillas already swapping to the Ball Diva here. They do have Blizzards, so... gets both the supports there with that Diva bomb. Big bomb there from Vinny. I'd be curious to see if they're going to elect to hold their DPS ults here, even though their tanks have gone Ball Diva.
Yeah, it's rather interesting. Worth using the minefield as well late in that. As, oh no, Spark has gone back to the Reinhardt now. It's still... It's down to 15 seconds though, Ray. It's not looking good for this Gorilla squad. They need a pick, or they need this fight when, and they need it now.
Yeah, I mean, they do have the ultimate advantage here, so they should be able to win this point out here. They just got to get the right targets with Blizzard, as beat drop's already used by blue team, so they got out the ultimate they needed to.
Oh, but Ryan guy is down. That's huge, but another pick coming through from Scoldy as the Blizzard team by Vinny. Oh my goodness, that could it be the map right there because of that all-eat coming through from the Diva of blue team. Atna takes down Chrissy. It was just as I say that, there's 3 picks for Gorillas. It's Ricky and Spark Chief left on point, and now is only Worth left to go. Slat is back on the Tracer trying to take down Spark, but it's still, it might not be enough, as they might not touch for enough. Ooh, they almost get off for the quick time being, as the respawns are now coming back from blue team. It's the Lucio and the Tracer now on the point, as well as some other people coming through. SJP back with the tac visor, looking to take people down. Chrissy and Vabendo, or Vabendo and Rangai are down. 2 picks, however, are back for the side of Flying Gorillas, but it does not seem to be enough, as no one can touch any longer, as blue team get the full hold on Route 66.
I can't tell if I want to commend blue team's Tracer or just the opposite to Flying Gorillas. I could not believe how long Slat stayed alive there on the Tracer. He single-handedly kept his team alive in that fight, just continued to play the point, got the Mega, came back to the point, recalled, just used everything he needed to until his entire team got back. I can't believe Slat got away with that.
Yeah, I can't believe it either. As now Flying Gorillas need a fuller hold on their defense to tie this series up and not go down 3-1 in this series, going into a control point, which looked so strong for blue team. As it's going to be the side of, it's going to be blue team opting for that Ball Diva yet again.
Yeah, I mean, not a surprise. They were able to full hold with it on the defense. And the Ball Diva composition is more, not that you can't defend with it. Obviously, blue team just showed you could. It's just a better attacking comp. So this composition is going to be even better for them here on the attack.
Yeah, it should be indeed. The brawl coming out yet again from Flying Gorillas. The rush comp coming out yet again from Gorillas, as Etna and Scoldy now on Cassidy, Tracer, and respectively.
Yeah, they're trying to do everything they can to deal with this ball here that Worth is playing. The Cassidy there for the stun. We'll have to see how much that can actually do, because it's still tough to even take down ball even if you stun him. As I say that, they take him down.
Yeah, that was a lot of focusing fire coming through from Gorillas, and now they're just going to be pushing through. Slat is down as well, as SJP's in the back line, interestingly enough here, as he's going on a journey.
Yeah, you think maybe, you know, like the journey in, you know, Lord of the Rings. He is on quite a journey all the way back there at third point.
Yeah, rather interesting enough, but they don't seem to need him right now as Slats take down Etna early on, as Gorillas have swapped over to that full scale brawl now on to their side. SJP going down after his trip to Narnia and back, as it's still right near the point, but Spark Chief takes down Slat, as that is a big person that you need to keep alive if you are Gorillas. Spark Chief cannot go anywhere, as a nice pulse bomb takes down Harvey, as well as the rest of blue team are gonna have to go back to spawn.
Yeah, I mean, they did swap back. They did basically swap to the counter rush. They realized his ball diva's not going to be what they need to get the point here. So it's just really going to come down to, can blue team get the ultimates up and just use them to, because it's down to one team fight here. You get a team wipe, you win here.
Yeah, they need to get someone. They need to get it fast. Vibendo does use that Amp Matrix early on. Scoldy is down, however, but it is traded out. Chrissy is no longer there. That speed boost is so huge in these rush mirrors, as that could be enough, but just as I say that, Worth is down, or takes down Spark Chief, as it's still not looking good, as the side of blue team look to have everything they need, as all these kills fall into place for blue team, as the blue team fills the kill feed as well, as it's just Scoldy left on point. Spark coming back. A shatter does connect to Chrissy, but they need to focus them down. No, it's not going to be enough. Vinny gets two. The tag visor there as well from SJP to finish this out. The respawns trying to come back quickly from Flying Gorillas. They do take down SJP. That's a huge pick, but still, it does not seem to be enough, because Slat's now unleashed on this Tracer, taking two of their own, as that should be all they need to finish this map out. They just need to get these stragglers left on point, and they need to do it quickly, because well, there could be some more respawns coming through, as that should be it. Blue team take Route 66 and take a commanding lead 3-1 and head into championship point.
Yeah, I mean, incredible work there from blue team. You know, after, you know, SJP went on a trip to find the ring, I think he found it, gave it to Vinny, and Vinny just turned up on that final point there on the diva, as we see him get play of the game.
Yeah, definitely Vinny showing up yet again. Scoldy is on the May for Gorillas at the moment. We'll see how that affects things as we head into Mecha Base.
Yeah, they're just going to have to try and stay away from the Doomfist punches, and hopefully Scoldy on the May can get some freezes on him and stop him from doing what he wants to do.
As they're going to start things off, Slat looking to get into the back line, trying to get someone out. They do connect with Ricky, however, but it's not going to be enough to take them down. Just as I say that, SJP has taken out Ricky's mech, as it should be another nice fight win for blue team here, as the rest of the squad are just going through, looking to get these late picks onto these last couple people from Gorillas.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Gorillas are so worried about the Doomfist, and you don't even have to be doing a bunch on Doomfist. Just the threat of what you can do on Doomfist can make a team make some overcompensate and just do things that they shouldn't do. And I think that was what happened there with the Doomfist, caused Vinny to Ricky to lose his mech. I'm sorry.
Yeah, as they're going to start things off, Rhine Guy and Etna get their counterparts reversed, but get the pick anyway, as this should be enough for the side of Gorillas. Now, just as I say that, Worth gets three, as he just whizzed that on his own. Vinny with two of his own, but still, on the back of Worth Shatter, blue team winning that fight out quickly.
Wow. That was incredible. As she said, it was looking good there for the Gorillas. just comes in, lays down the shatter, gets 3, and is already 60% to another one as we get the wall here from Etna, and let's see what they can do with it.
Yeah, Spark Chief looking to take down Worth Shatter already to start things off. They need that pick, but Scoldy goes down to Slat with the Meteor Strike as blue team looking so strong and so confident right now as it looks like they win this fight out yet again. It's up to 70% right.
Wow, Harvey there on that Tease had a huge immortality field. Worth was completely cornered by the Symmetra wall. In comes the immortality field, saves the Reinhardt, and then so that was a very nice immortality field.
Ooh, a nice shatter coming through from Spark Chief here. They have to invest a lot of ultimates, but they need to win this. They need to win that fight, and they do very decisively as the team kill gong sounds as Gorillas finally get this capture percentage into their favor.
Yeah, they did get it all the way to 92% there. So really, you're only looking at one team fight team in order to take that commanding lead here on Busan. But Gorillas they were able to save some ultimates in the tank here. They have Bomb, they have Window, but blue team's coming up on 4 ultimates here. Window, Bomb, Doomfist ult, and the wall as they use the wall right now.
Wall gonna be able to bring out a lot of damage that's coming through from that Amp Matrix as a nice pin from Worth comes through, takes down Etna. It is traded out quickly, however, by Ryan Guy, as it's still looking good, but there is a capture percentage going into the favor for the side of blue team, however. But it does seem like the side of Gorillas have this upper hand for the time being. But just as I say that, Worth comes back from spawn, takes down Spark Chief, and now the Krogs have turned in a favor of blue team as they just need to get these last couple of picks as they need to get it back into their favor in the end. As it looks more and more likely like blue team are going to be taking this round of Mecha Base.
Yeah, it's going to come down here to the last few touches. I mean, they're only going to have a couple people here to touch. It looks like the Lucio's going to try and go touch. He almost got taken down there, but he does get the touch. But yeah, it's not looking good here for Flying Gorillas. Blue team should take the victory here on Mecha Base.
It's just Scoldy to touch Slat Gut, taking him down immediately. And no one should be able to touch any longer for the side of Gorillas as the side of blue team are now on match point, grand finals point, and it's looking very good for them.
Oh, for sure. We'll have to see what sub-map we get here. We do get Sanctuary here on Busan here. It's gonna, I mean, both teams are probably gonna elect to continue to play the rush. Blue team, why change that? You just had a dominating victory there on Mecha Base, and Flying Gorillas, the only success they ever had in this series was when they played rush but better against blue team.
Yeah, and right now they're gonna have to do that if they want to stay in this series because their series life is on the hand as a full sale swap coming in for Gorillas late.
Wow, yeah, immediately they're going to double shield. Again, I think this is going to be a tough comp to run on this map. You're going to want to get space, but it's really tough to give yourself space on this map, especially in this first fight. If they don't win this first fight, it's going to be really tough to try and retake.
Yeah, definitely is. They're going to be using this teleport to just go right on top of this double shield comp, but it's going to be Etna taking down Harvey, which is a huge pick nonetheless, as well as everything going now in the favor of Gorillas. Every pick they need has been had, as it's just Vinny left on the point, gets demeched, and that is Gorillas taking the first control of Sanctuary.
Yeah, I think Ryan Guy on the Brig is a really good pick here, especially when they were running, at first they were running Doomfist at you. Brig can really shut down Doomfist, and it can shut down this Tracer that they're going to be running here as well. So a very nice DPS, support line that they got here for the Gorillas. And like I said, once you win the first point, as I say that, Orisa goes down.
And then SJP takes out Fabendo as well. This should be a very quick capture back in the favor of blue team. Scully does take down Harvey, but it should not be enough as blue team just have all these numbers left into their favor as they do get that point back in control.
Yeah, and again, like I said, this double shield composition, it's a lot tougher to retake these points because you don't really have a lot of space to work with because you got to slowly move to point. You got to hope you can keep your distance, get a pick, and then move to point. It's going to be tough here as Etna has the tactical visor online.
Yeah, but the pulse bomb is there, does get connected, but it is saved by that immortality field from Harvey. Slat taking out that Scoldy, the Tracer duel yet again, going in the favor of Slat, but still looking good for Gorillas as they use the tag visor as well as the gravitic flux to get point control back into their favor. Spark Chief takes down Worth as well, as it's still looking good for Gorillas. They're doing some Etna is doing some nice dance moves there to stay alive as the rest of Gorillas finish up these kills as they do get this point back in their favor.
Yeah, they did have to expend a lot of ultimates. They used Rally there, they used Flux, they used Tactical Visor, they used Whip. But they do have the Supercharger online, and Supercharger has one of the highest teamfight win percentages. I think it's like second to EMP, so if they can just use this correctly, they're in a good spot here.
Self-destructs out and takes down Vabendo. That's a huge pick as SJP with attack visor finds 2 as well. Another one coming out from SJP as this should quickly go back into the favor of blue team after losing it just moments ago.
At the end of the day, no matter how good Supercharger may be, if you probably winning that fight. That's exactly what happened there for blue team. They had more ultimates, they used them all, and they just retook the point there.
Yeah, as they're going to be heading into this point. Now, they need to do something. Oh, and Slat almost falling off the side of the map, which is would have been very unfortunate for blue team, but they need to push in soon here. Scully is going to look for this first pick. They do not find anything with the Pulse Bomb, however. So now they need to find something, but Etna goes down to Vinny to start things off. It does get traded out immediately after, however, but still, it's looking good for the side of blue team. Since they have this point control, they can be a lot more lax about it. But Ricky now up, has this Gravitic Flux, gonna be taking out Worth with it, as well, getting some more damage done. The Amp Matrix is out, but it's not, should not be enough for blue team to win this fight in the end, as Etna is still doing his dance moves on point, trying to stay alive from this Tracer. The immortality field is there to buy some more time, but in the end, Flying Gorillas do get this point back into their favor.
Yeah, I mean, again, they had to use a lot of ultimates to do that, but, you know, series on the line right there, so you know you had to. You do have tactical visor here for Gorillas, but blue team is coming up on tactical visor. They have bomb and they have beat drop here. I think this could easily be another quick take here for blue team to win the series.
The self-destruct coming through from Vinny as Rhine Guy is down. That is a huge pick coming through. Slat as well getting in onto the kill feed for the side of blue team, as nothing is looking good for the Gorillas at this moment. Slat with 4 in this fight, as that should be it, as blue team get that last kill on with attack visor. They win the championship. They win the prize pool, the tier 6 multi-tier tournament for NA is blue teams.
As we see this play of the game from Worth, let's just, you know, talk about how well blue team did today. From SJP to Worth Worth really proved his worth there here on the main proved why he's one of the better main tanks here in tier 6.
And there is the victory scream with Parker's glory and the joy costume. Thank you all. Have a great evening, sleep well, and make sure to check out the grand finals continuing on Tuesday. Peace out. Good night.
Later, guys.